Hello everybody and welcome back to a show we do where we talk about a game that's just come out or is coming out. It's called QuipScope.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show. I'm Ben.
I'm Ashton.
It feels like it's been a while since I've introduced one of these, even though I just talked to you about Stray the other day, so it actually hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
But when you start talking, your mind just unravels.
Yeah.
Like there's the word should be there.
I never know what I'm going to say next.
You're desperately reaching for just syllables.
Yeah.
Like what could come next? It's a mystery. But this is QuipScope. That's the name of the show.
Yes.
You've been playing a brand new game that's just about to come out, I believe.
Yeah, it's come out today.
Oh, it's come out today.
Yeah,
Okay.
9th of August. But we got an early access to it yesterday.
Oh.
So I played about an hour yesterday to capture some footage at work. And then I played about 4 hours last night in my own spare me time.
In your me time.
In my me time.
So this is the follow-up, obviously, to 2 Point Hospital,
Yes.
which itself is the spiritual successor to Theme Hospital.
Yes.
And what is the thrust of this follow-up? What is the main purpose?
So it's pretty much the same game, but rather than being in a hospital, you're an administrator for a university.
Okay.
So you're building a campus with various university kind of vibes on it. It's definitely, I think, more European university based than it is an American university based kind of content.
But you can pump those tuition fees up
But
if
you
you want, I would
can pump
imagine.
those tuition fees.
Really
you can milk
squeeze
those
the
boys
life out of
for
those.
all the
Don't
money
milk the
that
boys.
they've got.
Don't. There's a different one.
But yeah, so it's very much the similar vibe to 2 Point Hospital. It's got the like weird, silly stuff that's happening, like 2 Point, where like you got clown disease. Well, this one is like you can train to be a clown, and some
So silly.
But also there's this one point in like the second kind of main teaching level kind of thing, where this cheesy goblin just kept appearing.
Cheesy goblin?
Yeah, I don't know why he was there. He just said, I'm the cheesy goblin, and whenever I put the costume on, I'm in full goblin mode. And I was like,
wow.
What? And he'd visit and he'd be like, yep, good, and then leave again. And I don't know what he was doing. He just came and hang out a couple times.
I think in the first game, one of the vending machines sold like, the cheesy puff snacks, and they were called cheesy gubbins. So I wonder if it's a play on that.
I think it is, because that is also in this game as well.
Okay, cheesy gubbins.
So yeah, I think he's a cheesy gubbin goblin.
Yes,
because he's dressed like a cheese puff.
Oh, okay. Right.
But yeah, so that's kind of like an idea of what kind of thing we're dealing with here. It's still got the radio that's in 2 Point Hospital that's really popular, and it's got the announcements and stuff that happen. So periodically the lady will go, will the doctor come back to the hospital, please? Even like in campus, which is nice.
Right.
And also the radio is really good. There was one like radio show that I listened to for a while that was like, education's all lies, and it was like, I don't think you should go to university, and he was like, they're teaching us to read so that we can read what they've written, and it was like just ridiculous.
That's great.
But it was great. Like I really like the humor of 2 Point Hospital is still very much in campus, and and I really like it. And it's got, so you have obviously this sandbox mode that you can play eventually, but you have to finish the kind of levels that they've made first.
Okay.
So there's 4 main levels that have different campus styles. I think they're pretty much the same, the 4 maps that you can play on, basically. So you've got like a nice like basic one that's just on the river that just teaches like the basics of the game. And there was one that's all around a square that's kind of like, you can go all the way around this main building that teaches you like events. So you can like plan student union parties, student lounge parties. You can plan like cook-offs if you want to.
Right.
It talks about societies and stuff. And then the next one was like an old like Cambridge University style building that's like really cold. So you have to keep putting radiators in it because they go, I'm so cold. And then they stand next to a radiator and they go, I'm boiling. And I'm like, well, move somewhere else.
They're like toddlers.
Yeah. And then that teaches like training and research. And then I assume the 4th one will be wizards, because I've not got that far yet.
There is a wizard school.
There is a wizard school. So there is lots like going on. There's a lot of kind of things you have to be aware of. And it is a little bit, I think, more micromanaging than I remember 2 Point Hospital being. Like you have to try and get your grades up. But if they're failing, they'll just be like, I'm failing, I'm going to fail. And then I have to go in and be like, please go to personal tutoring. And then they'll come back and they're still failing, and I have to send them back to personal tutoring so that they get their grades up. There was one guy called Bobby Trellis who I had an actual rivalry with because he kept being my only failure for like 3 years he was there.
Bobby Trellis.
Bobby Trellis. They've got great names.
Yeah.
The names of the students and the teachers are fantastic. I had Professor Pussyfoot at one point.
Wow, my goodness me.
So there's all kinds of like good, like funny moments in it. And I have really enjoyed it. I definitely think it takes what Hospital did and kind of twists it on its head and does it really well. But yeah, I do think it's a little bit more micromanagey than Hospital in terms of like the actual people that you're dealing with. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Excellent.
So far. So yeah.
Good stuff. So it's available now. You've been playing it on PC, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been playing on Steam, but it's available on Switch and Xbox as well. Xbox Game Pass is on, so...
Oh, brilliant. So everyone can have a go.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 Point Campus. More
Yeah.
like 2 Point Camp Pussyfoot.
Very good.
No, it's not. No, thank you, though. Named after the best teacher.
Yes. 2 Point Campus, more like 2 Point, can you please just go to the lesson so you stop bringing my grades down?
Yeah.
Bobby Trellis.
Not much to ask, Bobby Trellis.
Yeah.
You absolute piece of work.
Yeah. Piece of wood on top of a fence. That's what Trellis is.
That's what Trellis is
Yeah,
it?
I think so, yeah.
Man, I have to Google that. I'm just thinking about trellises now.
Yeah. Is that like jazzy bit on top?
Right.
You know, where the
you know,
fence
the
ends.
plants can sort of like weave in and out of them.
That's a trellis, I think.
Trellis. Robert Trellis.
Robert
Did he invent
Trellis.
the trellis, do you think?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
he goes on to great things after
I don't
a
think he
time
will.
at your...
No.
Okay.
University's not for him.
Well, sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Leave.
Enjoy your trellis.
Expelled.
Thanks for listening / watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.